Trying to get it to work now. What's happening, man?
There you go. Hey.
What you up to, man? You good?
Oh, yeah. All groovy, man. We can see you fine, hear you fine.
Yeah. We're doing all right over here.
Oh, man. How's your Monday going?
So far, so good. It's pretty good. I don't like when it gets dark early, though. I don't like this new time change thing. You know, I got so much more to do. I feel like I'm getting cheated out of time for accomplishments. So when it gets dark early, I get a little depressed, man. I didn't finish doing this. I didn't finish doing that. It's nighttime already, so I'm still trying to adjust to that every year. It's the same issue. I like when it's the longer daylight until like 8:30 or 9 at night, and you feel more alive and feel like you can get more time to get things done.
Absolutely. Would you say you're more inspired during the daytime or at nighttime?
I'm inspired at daytime for certain.
Okay.
You know, and of course, I'm inspired at nighttime if I'm on stage with Michael or Madonna or Elton John. And during the night, it's a concert, so then I'm inspired. But on daytime, there's so much. You know, the city and the state and the world is alive in the daytime. That's when life goes on. But the light is energy, and light is vibrance, and light is possibilities to me. So when it gets dark, it's time to sleep, time to watch a movie, time to eat, time to shut things down. And I don't like that. I like opening things up in the morning and seeing all the possibilities ahead in the day, and trying to make some of those things happen and become reality. So there's opportunity. I like opportunity.
The glow, man. The glow. Shout out to the glow, man. And for those of you guys who don't know, and you should know by now, this is the legendary Johnathan Sugarfoot Moffett, a legendary drummer, man. Michael Jackson drummer, Elton John, like I said, Madonna, a real OG in the game, man, a real respected pioneer, a mentor of mine. And I just want to first of all, I want to congratulate you. 1 million followers on TikTok, man. Gotta give it up.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone who helped support to make that happen. All you guys are joining me. Appreciate it, everyone.
And you know what? I think I speak for the whole Michael Jackson community when I tell you this, OG, man. You know, we are happy just to have your presence online. You know, you put out genuine content. You put out genuine energy, man. We can really feel the magic and the love through your posts, through your lives, and through talking to the people, man. So we're just happy to see, like, you know, it made us one of Michael Jackson's alumni, you know, people that worked with Michael Jackson. That part, too, that we happen to have with a lifeline to that. But also you, man, just as a person, bro. We're just happy to have your energy in these spaces.
Thank you for the love and the statements. You know, it's about real life. Every day is real life, you know. What we do in the entertainment business is for entertainment and how we make a living and how we spread our talents and gifts. But it all begins with real life and trying to be real with everyone. And I'm into the grounded on the real life aspect of things. You know, I do what I do. I made my accomplishments and all that stuff. But the people, the audience, the fans, it's about real life. They're out there living real life. And I'm being blessed that I've been elevated to in my gifts to be able to do some very special things. But in the end result, at the end of the day, it's about real life, breathing, and then figuring out your life ahead and making a plan for life and success. We're always planning for success, so we strive toward that. And then appreciating the people that love you and your family and your friends. Appreciating giving love back, you know, and spreading love and helping people. And spreading out. It's all about that, the sharing of the experience of life. And I keep my feet on the ground and keep grounded to real life. And I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing. I spread my gifts and share my gifts with everyone who can, within ear's reach of my drumming and eyesight of seeing my drumming. So I enjoy that very much, trying to inspire the next drummer, the next person, the next human being, and move their hearts with my rhythms and my soul. Because what I do is drumming is soul speak. I call it soul speak. It's the first language is drums, so I do soul speak when I mount my drums and play my rhythms and from my spirit and my interpretation of rhythm. So, and I'm happy that many people relate to that and how I speak in that language of drums. So it means a lot to me. And through the artists who give the opportunity to do that, you know, much appreciation and love for them as well. I've been very, very fortunate in life, and I don't take it for granted. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And also want to say happy belated birthday to you, man. You just had a birthday, right? Not too long ago.
Yeah, I just had my 71st birthday. You know, a lot of time to be loitering this earth, but I'm still loitering.
Yes, man.
So I'm still enjoying life, and I'm put it like this. I'm 71, but I'm 25 inside. So I'm 25 going on 71. I just turned 71, so going on 72 now. So, but my spirit is still alive at 25, locked into 25 soul spirit. And I think young and I feel young, and I'm blessed that I still have the energy of when I was 25, 18 and 25. So I'm blessed at my age that I'm not on a hover around or walker, and I can play my drums the same way I played when I was 18 and 20, and 25. So it's a true blessing, gift from God.
And you look good too, brother. Look at the skin, man. You glowing.
Thank you. It's God's blessing and grace, that He's sustaining me. Because I said I have a lot yet more to do, and He's given me the time in life to accomplish the things that most people haven't seen or heard of me. There's a lot more of the jewels, the facets of the jewel of the gift that God gave me, and I'm just starting. Actually, I'm just starting. This people see my lifetime of drumming. I'm just starting to open up the other jewel boxes and show people that what else I can do. My songwriting, boosting my singing, my artwork, and I'm an artist, and a lot of other different things, and producing. So there's a lot more to come. And more drumming, of course. Never stop drumming until I can't do it anymore.
Never stop till you get enough, right?
Yeah, that's right. As long as I can, I will.
Well, today, Mr. Sugarfoot, man, I had to wear in honor of, 84, man.
There you go. You know what to wear.
Take y'all back, man.
That's what to wear, man. You know what's up.
You know me, for Sugarfoot. You know me. I'm a super massive '84 Victory Tour fan, as you can see, man. And I'll just, as a fan of that, man, I would like you to just take me back one time, if you could, to like opening night, man. Was it first? Is it Kansas City opening night Victory Tour?
Kansas City. I got a picture of sound check in Kansas City at the stadium, and I took a picture of that, the arrow on the wall. And I'm like trying to fake like I'm pushing the arrow. I'm behind the arrow, and I'm pushing it. I'm leaning and stuff. So I still got that picture. I was gonna post it soon. I found it, and I'm gonna put it up there. So that was the first sound check of Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. When we first started, the first city of the Victory Tour. I'll never forget that. It was an amazing experience. And I know some of you may not know, Michael had the Victory Tour filmed and kept that footage. He paid to film it, the whole show. I mean, he filmed all the shows.
Yeah.
And the stage got it somewhere. But they keep talking about releasing it. When it's in, real professional quality.
With the stripe pants?
Michael sat on it all those years, and the Victory Tour was filmed, man. Filmed. Michael owned it solely. The brothers didn't want to pitch in, so Michael said, I'll film it. I'll own it. In fact, Jermaine told me one time, he said the brothers tried to get footage for themselves, and Michael said, no, I paid for it. You guys wouldn't pay for it. He owns it, and it's in this archive of his estate somewhere. So that footage exists in top quality. It was filmed by Michael.
Sugarfoot, I ain't gonna cut you off. You saying they got top quality, high quality footage of the Victory Tour with the stripe pants?
Yeah, Mike paid the film crew to follow
it. Pants.
Yeah, but I don't know why they holding it back. I don't know why he held it back. I don't know why the state's holding it back, but it exists. I knew from when Mike was alive, of course, all the years, and we knew that he had filmed it. And the brothers told me that he filmed it. And Tito told me, and then Jermaine told me that he filmed it, but he wouldn't give him a copy because he was mad because he wouldn't pitch in to fund it, to film it. And he said, well, I'm going to film it and I'm going to own it. And that's what he did, So it's there. And it's under possession of the state and everything that's left behind. So hopefully one day they'll get the idea and the notion to, people need to see, fans need to see that,
Yes.
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Man, opening night, Kansas City, man, did you think that this is going to be like the most magical tour, the most grooviest tour, like to set off the 80s?
So I knew it was, of course, the magnitude during the rehearsals. There's so much involved in that tour, and the scale of the staging, scale of the production, of course, yes, indeed. And at the time, the heat that the brothers was bringing, they were like, that album, Triumph album, they looked like Marvel superheroes, man. They was in the hottest times, man. They was all fit, and they was all in them superhero costumes, and they carried that persona with them. That's what I always admired about my brothers and Jay, my brothers Jay, I call them.
You too, though. You too. You look smooth up there too.
Well, I was a big Marvel fan, drew all the Marvel comics and read all the Marvel still comic stories, and I always patted myself as to being, if I was a drummer, I was a superhero, and I had powers like they did. My imagination was running wild. And so I
Sugarfoot.
felt that. Yeah. You can see behind your back without looking. That's power. You got eyes behind your head. That was the concept on that. I can hit it without looking at him and catching him accurately. And that was supposed to be my Marvel superpower. And I could see things happen. But in the movie, the Arnold go like a, and Bruce Lee go.
Yeah.
That's the whole concept, that simple catch thing. I'm proud of Bruce Lee. I was a huge fan of Bruce Lee, and that's why I do the martial arts stuff like that. Pattern after him.
And shout out to the drum, because that was my first instrument, drums. So I resonate, with your drum playing. I'll be seeing what you be doing. Like, man, how does he move his hand? How does he switching up the flow so quick, and like the rhythm, and like you really be and still be on in the pocket, like you still be in the pocket.
Yeah. It's about spending time with the instrument, becoming one with the instrument, and being able to express like that, be accuracy and dynamic, and because people pay money at some concerts to not only to hear the band and hear this artist, they pay to hear and see something exciting. So I knew that was the case in doing at concerts, and I wanted to contribute to the production. I might not be true Jackson, or I may not be Madonna, I may not be Elton John, but in the drum capacity that I'm supporting them in, I wanted to contribute to the excitement of the show and the capacity of the excitement and the thrill of the show. So I always was on my own, nobody telling me to do anything. I start creating things and movements and ballet with drumming. I move around the cymbals and stuff like that, and come down strong and hard and vibrant and dynamic. But that was all in me applying my showmanship to make it exciting for the audience. Even though if nobody but one person saw that watching me, it mattered, because that person would talk about how exciting the drummer was. So it doesn't matter that they were looking at the artists and stuff like that. I still did my dynamic best to entertain them as part of the whole, And so that was my purpose of being on stage, is to contribute to the visual as well as the sonic of the show, make it exciting and thrilling. And like Michael said, give them something that they will remember for the rest of their lives. That was his favorite phrase. Make them leave the stadium with something that they remember and talk about for the rest of their life. That was Michael's personal statement. I always say that to me and other people.
Well, you definitely do that for me.
The other one was, I wanted to be bigger than life. I always say that. I want to be bigger than life.
Well, you definitely do that for me, Sugarfoot, because I be talking about the Victory Tour every day.
Yeah, that was awesome too, man. I missed it. I missed the thrill of that show and the staging, and it was just the way it was designed and produced, and with the brothers coming out of the stage, nothing on stage whatsoever. Flat stage. People say, "Where is everybody? What's the equipment?" You don't even see no equipment. It was just a flat surface, and then the sound effects of theatrical pre-tone things happen. But then after that, the rumble starts and the smoke and all that stuff, and people looking, there's nothing on stage. Where are they? And then we rise up. Even my drums rise up out of the floor and present ourselves with this stage, incredible, impeccable.
Oh, you rose up too?
Yeah, I rose up to my drum kit. And I had a huge drum kit I designed with rack systems, and it all came up like, so everybody gradually, uniformly came out of the stage, and amongst the smoke and the drama of that and the shadows and stuff. And the brothers came up on the center ramp, and way at the top of the steps, they came up slow and got to the top, and then they all stepped down each step uniformly and posed. Yeah, that drone hit that last step, and it went boom. It was super dramatic. You got to see that video. I hope they release it.
I get chills every time I hear the footsteps in the synth. Yeah. I get chills every time I hear it, man.
Yeah, it was a dramatic time. Incredible show and really well staged. And the brothers put that together really amazingly with the people that were involved with producing that show. It was really amazing. One of the highlights of their career, their lives. Victory tour.
What would you say was the inspiration behind like the synth and the footsteps? Was it like they come out of a spaceship or something, or like? Do you think
it's like almost like you emerge from the earth, from underground, and of course the ground is rumbling. You hear that rumble, and you see the smoke that's coming from the steam from under the ground, and it's volcanic ash and smoke. So that's the thrill of that. I mean, the fear of that and the drama of that. It's pretty impressive, the way they established it, and it worked. Because people were screaming their heads off in the beginning. We hadn't even played a note yet. It was crazy. Yo, crazy just watching everything visual. That was the visual part, with the sound effects. The sound effects made it really dramatic. You know, the drones and the synths and the steps, all five of them together was pretty powerful, man. And then I just posed, y'all stuck out pose and try to look cold blooded as you can look. Superpower. You look like you got superpower. You stand there cold and that last drum was dun. It just carries on. So it was deep drama can happen there.
Would you say, all right, so Sugarfoot, man, I want to know, because, I don't know if you see my reaction to the latest trailer for the Michael movie, but I've been so fixated on the striped pants. With the striped pants! I don't know if you've seen that video, but I've been so hyped for it, because a lot of people say, oh, that's not their favorite look, or Michael didn't like the striped pants. I wanted to ask you, man, were you a fan of the striped pants from Kansas City?
I didn't have a feeling about it either way. It was just when Michael wore, and I would imagine that he chose to wear that. You know, they gave me some better glasses than I had, sunglasses I had. Thank you, guys. The production crew over there. We got a production crew on. They gave me some better shades than I have, man. They were cool. They cooled me out. Yeah, but I didn't think of that. My mind is on the show. Whatever pants Michael wanted to wear, Michael could wear anything and make it look cold-blooded. And he could move them and make it look cold-blooded. There you go. That's how we rock it.
I'm going to match you up with Sugarfoot. I can't leave you alone.
You know what I'm saying? We got to roll it like we be a group, be a band, man.
Here we go. It's the Re-Victory Tour.
There you go. Re-Victory. Yeah, so Michael could wear them striped pants all he want, because when he made them striped pants move, man, when he did his dance move, it was cold-blooded. And when he spin with the striped pants, that's what I think they made the striped pants, because when you watch him spin, it became like a propeller. You could see the animation of the stripes going by. It was illusion kind of. I think that's why they put the stripes on their pants, because of Michael's spin. It made it like a fan, and make it like you see the animation, like when you take some drawings and you have a stack of them, you take your finger, you throw like that, you see the animation of it, I think
right. That's a big fact.
Now that I think about it, I didn't think about that before, but now that I think about it, it's probably a purpose for that reason, I don't know if he liked them or not, but he wore them, so I would imagine if Michael didn't like them striped pants, he would have worn them.
They said he gave it to Randy.
Yeah.
Oh,
they were looking like superheroes. They were all buffed out. They went to the buffet and buffed out. And they were looking good, man. After all the Swarovski crystals everywhere, and different kind of uniforms they had. It was amazing. It's just well done, incredible tour. Well done.
Yes, man. That's my, like I said before, Victory Tour. I grew up on Mike. I grew up on Dangerous and Bad History in the 90s, but when I went back and revisited, man, I was a Victory Tour, just the magic, the sound was just so groovy.
Yeah, that stage was huge. That stage was so wide and so deep. It was truly amazing, man. They had so many trucks to haul that stuff around, man. Almost 100 trucks or something like that, or maybe over 100 trucks.
And then the drums you used, too, like that sound was never ever replicated ever again.
They had me lit out there. They might have lit me up, yeah. Yeah, his name of the sound engineer, front of house sound engineer was ML Precise. We became longtime friends. But he did a lot of stuff with the brothers. He was on the Triumph tour and stuff. I think he was on the Dangerous Off the Wall, but he was on Triumph and he did the Victory tour and ML Precise.
Who was this? Who's the who?
ML. The initials ML Precise. He was out of Texas.
He was a drummer?
No, he was a sound engineer. The front.
Sound engineer. Okay.
That was his mixing. He mixed that show live in the stadiums, He was amazing. Yeah, incredible talent. Michael and them had him. They wouldn't make a move without him. He was so good. And back that was in the early 80s, yeah. They wouldn't make a move without him. And he was mixing the sound for the house, So he was an excellent sound engineer. He passed away many years ago. But he used to call me all the time and talk about the tours, the Triumph tour, the Victory tour, the Destiny tour. And he always talked about it. He was so happy to be involved with the brothers and Michael on those shows.
What would you say was one of your favorite tours, Mr. Foot?
Too difficult. I would have to say I was different. I did so many great tours with so many great artists. I think it was 25 or 26 major tours in 46 years. And of course, Michael was the pinnacle, but Elton was amazing, phenomenal, real rock and roll. We were doing Elton. The first tour I did when it was 4 hours, no intermission. He had so much music. We did 4 hour shows. And so the people complained and said it's too long. So he cut it back to 3.5 hours. That
This for Elton John or this for Mike?
Elton John, yeah.
Jesus.
4 hours show, 1988, 4 hour show, man. It was crazy. You know, and we handled, of course. You know, I was very, very much conditioned, so it was nothing for me. You know, but yeah, people start complaining, it's too long, they're tired. So they cut it back to 3.5 hours. Then they cut it back to 3 hours. But it's still, you know, it was a long show, but it was all power, energy, rock and roll. So I love working with Elton. He had some amazing catalog of songs. I was a big fan of Elton in the 70s and on. But so, you know, playing with him was excellent. But I would say Michael's history tour was pretty incredible. Sonically, the band was a stellar band. And Michael even told me on the Immortal Tour rehearsal, not the Immortal Tour, the This Is It Tour rehearsal, Michael told me on Sunday talking, he said the History Tour band was his best band, his favorite band of all of his bands in his tour. Michael told me on stage during the break, talking to me, you know, one-on-one, we talked. He said the History Tour was his best band, and he thanked me for being part of that one and for being a part of this too. This Is It too. You know? So, but he said that was his best band ever. You know.
Wow, man.
Michael said that to his lips to my ears, you know. And he said, I'm so thankful to have that band. It was really incredible. He said, my best friend. I'm hoping this band could be as good as that band.
And you know, I mean, I'm so jealous. Not like literally. I'm just so envious that I was never around in this time, man. This the height of like Thriller, early '80s. You got Eddie Van Halen, hair metal, rock and roll. Like you know, like I said, Van Halen, Motley Crue. Just the rush of that great '80s sound back then. We will never get back.
Yeah. It was a special time, man. All that time. The '60s, '70s, and '80s were the magic times for music. You know, a lot of music was '60s was the decade of invention of music and producing and songwriting, and all the songs we love, and most of them come from the '60s and '70s. You know, '70s became rock central. It was a decade of rock, and in '62, I must say, in mid '60s through all the '70s evolved into the rock, but it came from that funk James Brown was doing, the Motown, the Stax records and Atlantic records inspired those rock musicians to come up with songs and build on the R&B songs and the funk songs, and you know, and they built that stuff on on Chuck Berry's and Albert King's, and they made it happen. I love rock music. I played it all my life, and in nightclubs in New Orleans, I was playing rock as well as R&B and soul and funk. So I played all styles of music, except for jazz. I never got to learn how to play straight ahead jazz.
Really?
No, I never. I had no teacher. I taught myself drums all together. There was nobody to teach me, and I just gravitated towards R&B, soul music, and especially funk music. And then when rock started really elevating in the late '60s, I really gravitated towards the Led Zeppelin and all the rock bands, and Ella Fudge and Hendrix, of course, and the band of Gypsies and all these groups that was and Aerosmith and all these bands that came out. I started getting into rock and fusing the rock power rock with the funk and R&B, and that's how I developed my style of playing so strong and powerful, because I like that drive, that energy of rock music, and I applied it to funk grooves. So I hit harder than most R&B play drummers or rock funk drummers, because I fused the rock power and energy and authority onto the different other styles of drumming and music.
Absolutely, man. And I love '80s rock, man. And question, you were on the Dallas show, right?
Yeah, I was there with Eddie Van Halen. Came on stage.
If you can, take us through that, man. Take us through that experience.
Yeah. But he asked me after the show. He said, "Man, you sound great. I love playing with you. We got to do something else together." I said, "What about?" I'm thinking to myself, "What about your brother Alex? He ain't gonna like that." But he actually got playing with him. Yeah, he said, "I like your energy. It's unbelievable. I'd like to play with you again." And he mentioned that, and that meant the world to me. Eddie Van Halen telling me, a drummer, he wants to play with you. He loves your energy. You excite him, and you make him want to play. So you make me want to play. So your power and your energy. So that meant the world to me, get a compliment from him like that. Eddie Van Halen, come on. So that show was amazing with his presence there, and he really blazed it up, and he interacted with Michael. They had good chemistry. interact with Michael a lot. So, and the brothers as well. But when he came on stage, everything stopped. Everybody watched that. Him and Michael interplaying. He's just extraordinary.
Man, let's give some flowers for Eddie Van Halen, man. Give it up for Eddie. Man, give some flowers. R.I.P. to Eddie Van Halen, man.
Absolutely.
Rock God.
Yes, man, he was.
So once again, man, cheers up to you, Foot, man. And I'm just happy that I got the honor to be able to meet you a few times, celebrate your birthday with you last year.
Thank you,
man. You got that real, like I said, that real genuine. You kind of remind me of my dad, man. Like you got that, like you guys are really humble, no ego, man. And that's why I'm so happy to see like your continued success. I'm so happy to see like people are gravitating towards you on the new era of social media like TikTok, Instagram, and to see you keep winning, man. It's powerful to see that.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate and blessed, and people still relate to my drumming and they feel attached to my career. But the success on social media has to give credit to my wife, Myra. She runs all my social media, almost all my sites.
Oh yes,
she puts all the videos together and mix the sounds for them, and she knows the marketing of that world. That's all around social media. For she's from Silicon Valley. And she has made it the success that it is, So we're a good team. My performances with her knowledge and know-how and talented expertise at that computer and those software, the sound software, Logic and the Adobe's and all that processing stuff. She has great knowledge on. So she's built it up to be what it is now. I can't take credit for that. I just
major shout outs to Myra. Shout outs to Myra. She been showing me hella love too, man. Like, shout out to, she's the GOAT. She's the grooviest of all time.
She's my GOAT. She's my GOAT. She might not eat paper and cans. She's my GOAT. I'm glad of that. She don't eat no paper, no cans and stuff. And trash and cardboard.
Hey, man, behind every successful man is a powerful woman, man. So she's definitely that anchor for you, man. And, she's definitely a light in your life. I see that.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. I love her, appreciate it very much. Very important to me.
And I could definitely tell it's her help because you could always tell a woman's touch behind social media, which works because that resonates with not just the guys. They can resonate to the women too. They can watch your stuff and that's what that pulls them in.
Yeah. She understands it. She understands how the social media works and how people interact. And she understands that the community of it all, and how to fit in, how to connect with people, and how to relate to them, online, and then what they're looking for to see, what they're looking for to hear, and how to present it. She understands all of that, the equation of all of that. So that's her world. She understands. She's good at it. She's very good at it.
Absolutely, man. And you figure it out too, man. Like I see you, man. Every time I see you post, I always like it. Try to get a reshare, man. And once again, chat, if y'all in here, if you're not following Mr. Sugarfoot, which you should, make sure you give him a nice follow, man. He just hit 1 million followers on TikTok, man. That's major.
For the musicians, I'm thankful that that many people can appreciate my work and appreciate my life and participate in my life. It's a wonderful thing when you appreciate it. We spend our lives trying to get people to understand us and appreciate us and contribute to our lives and careers. So everybody who clicks on the like, everybody who clicks play, they participate in my career and my life. All of you out there. So I thank you so much out of my heart that you take time out of your life to spend on my life and with my life and do those things. And it means a lot to me.
No, absolutely, man. And chat, Sugarfoot's words are very genuine, man. Remember when I first met you in person, man, we had a great conversation, just talking from a spiritual place. Yeah. And that's very rare. You hear from legends, just off the rip, firing from the hip, talking, being present in the moment, appreciating life and opportunities and abundance and just talking, put me on some real game. And I'm like, wow, this is a different kind of individual. You're just not your typical, oh, thank you, man, for appreciating my work and keep it moving. You was actually dropping some jewels, took your time, was very patient. And that goes a long way.
Yeah, I remember that time, man. We had a great conversation.
Yeah.
We both left inspired talking to each other.
Yeah, man. And I'm just, like I said, I know a lot of fans, we're in a new era of social media, new era of Michael Jackson fans. So there's a lot of people who wasn't even born when Michael Jackson was, even after he passed. So they, you got people 13, 14, watching MJ as a fan, and they see you, somebody who's a legend. They're like, oh wow, this is like I said, a lifeline to the icon. And then so people, when they see you, they see magic, man, and they see that you carry on that magic that Michael Jackson passed on to everybody else. And also, you have your own glow, your own magic. I think that's what really resonates. Not just the Michael Jackson connection, but just your own glow that you bring to the community, man, that everybody loves.
Yeah. It's just don't worry. It's just getting going. This is second coming to Michael. When this film comes out, man, Michael's reborn. It's about to take off, man. And Michael Mania is gonna kick in, and Michael will live forever. He's immortal. He's just like that last tour they did honoring him. Michael is immortal, and he's reaching, like you said, he's reaching the infants, on up to the grandmothers, grandfathers, and the people in their 90s and older. And Michael got that kind of spiritual heart and love, and people see it, even though he's not here in the physical. They watch his videos and stuff, and they can feel him. That's the power when you can transcend life and this existence on this plane, and you still can move people's hearts and spirit and draw them towards you like a magnet, that magnetism. People watch his videos and they drawn to him, even the littlest of kids that don't, like you say, don't know nothing about, they're just born. They don't know nothing about Michael, but when they see the video of him performing, they feel something connects, and they have to move like him. They got to learn that. They mimic him, they dance, they can't stop themselves from moving, staying all the way up to the generations above mine. Michael still has that power. It's the power God gifted him with. I always say we musicians are like shamans. We teach the world through spirituality. So when we play, we perform, we spread love, and with the music world, for music and stuff, the melody. So we like shamans. We groom the hearts and the spirits and the souls, and we pull them out of the doldrums of when troubled times and the confusing times of their life. They press play, and their spirit lifts up. It changes. So we're like medicine. My music is medicine, and we're like physicians, that feeds the soul and treat the soul of the human beings that want to hear music. They feel down. What you go do? You put on a song you like to lift yourself back up, right? That's medicine.
Exactly.
That's medicine.
Gotta get up with the stripe pants.
With the stripe pants, man. And take them off, Randy. Give them back to Michael.
Man, and you know what? You're right, man. Michael Mania, it feels like it's 1984 again. Michael Mania is here, man. And we're not gonna get too much into that, but the power of the the trailer, the teaser trailer of the Michael movie, man, that got the whole internet, the whole world is just super excited for the film. And I know I'm excited.
I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I want to see the whole thing. I missed the first part of it. And my wife called me and look at the trailers. I missed the first part of it. I got to see the whole thing. I don't know if there's one trailer. There's a couple of trailers out. How many? Is just one or two?
It's just one teaser trailer out right now.
Yeah, and I gotta see it, man.
Yeah.
What I said? I said just the other day, 2 or 3 days ago. I said, baby, and to my wife, baby, you know what I want to do? Because I've been bought myself this big 98-inch TV, a 98-inch screen.
98-inch TV?
98-inch screen. I love movies. I watch movies, man, all the time. But I said, you know what I want to do? I want to put on This Is It again and watch it in this magnitude at home. And I just felt the spirit of that and the connection to that. And I just say I need to see that one more time and this magnitude and the privacy of my home and connect spiritually with that time in my life and that experience in my life and revisit that movie and film it and interpret it now, these many years later, and from a new sense of feelings, and we just reevaluate that film and what was happening and that time period in my life, So I'm gonna do that in the next few days. And take time out and block it out and just make everything quiet and watch that film again. This is it. I haven't seen it in years, and the whole thing is years. So it'd be interesting.
I remember the first time viewing it. That was my first time really being introduced to you because I was like 18 when it came out, and I was watching. I got to actually get like an intimate moment, see Sugarfoot and the whole, everybody that worked with Michael at that time. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I gotta tell you've been with him for. I recognize his face from the Victory Tour. That's the same. Okay, Mike got the same people, day ones. And yeah, man, you like I said, you were a part of history. You're part of magic, man, and you really understood Michael and everything. He knew with the music. So
yeah, I joined Michael in '79 in February of 1979. on the Destiny tour, the second leg of the Destiny tour.
Destiny tour?
Yeah, Destiny tour in '79. I joined him. I was with him when he passed away. It was 30 years full circle.
Oh.
Full association. You know, there's a couple of tours I missed because I was contracted to Madonna, and another one I was contracted to Elton John, and then he got me back for. I was contracted to Madonna. Then I was contracted to his sister Janet in '93 for the Dangerous tour and stuff. I contracted for that, and the word came that Michael wanted me. I remember that. It was in the tour that started the tour, and then it was with Janet and stuff in the circle, and she said, Michael tried to contact and pull Johnathan from Sugarfoot from your tour, and Janet said, no, he not getting them. He's mine now. I bust up laughing. She said, he's not getting them. He's mine now. I had a contract with him. I said, all right, can't go. I can't go. But he was trying to get him. He was trying to steal me from Janet, And Janet said, no, he's mine now. He can't go. And we all laughed, and so I said, okay, well, that's that.
I don't know why. I don't know why I was assuming that. Of course, you was on Destiny tour. I don't know why I thought you came on a Triumph tour. I'm tripping.
No, that was my Triumph tour. My third tour. We did 2 parts of Destiny in '79, and the second tour, Destiny, half of Destiny, was when Michael had already dropped Off the Wall. So it was Destiny Off the Wall in the fall, September 1st, when we went out. And that was supported Michael's not Off the Wall album, as well as continually supporting the Destiny album. And then in '81, Triumph tour happened. Then after that, Victory tour happened in '84. So that was the last Brothers tour.
Chat, this is history, chat, because a lot of fans, they're not really a lot of people, they don't really know about that era, that time, that late Destiny going into Triumph, because Triumph was only 2 months, right? That tour was only 2 months, right?
Yeah, we was on like 2.5 months on the first leg I did with him with Destiny, from February through May, and then we took a break, and then we geared back up, and for '70 we went out on September 1st, and we started off at that leg in my hometown, New Orleans, So we opened in New Orleans, which was great for me. My whole family was there, everybody was so excited I had made it. I just had been out there for like 8 months, from moving from New Orleans in January, and then 8 months later. I was with the brothers. I was with the brothers actually a month and a half after I got out there. That quickly. So when I got back to New Orleans for that first date on the second half of the Destiny tour, Off the Wall, it was 8 months had passed, and so so they was excited that I had made it. Basically, somebody from New Orleans had made it, a musician, and got on big time with the big artists, with Michael Jackson, And so that was the second tour, and then '81 was the Triumph tour was the third. Victory tour was the fourth, and then the brothers split. Michael went solo, anyway, so that worked out like that. So I had 30 years by the time I got back with me. He called me and wanted me to do This Is It. That was 30 years full circle, '79 to 2009. I missed a couple tours, like I said, because of pre-commitments. But I was called to be on those. I was supposed to be on those, but I couldn't get to do them because I had contractual obligations. So then he got me back on the history tour. He got me back. They called me up and said, "I don't know who you are, but Michael said he got to have you no matter what." He said you can write your own check. Write your own check. He said he got you. He don't want nobody else with you. And I was rehearsing with the Isley Brothers at the time. I was near the end of the rehearsal, about to go do the first gig with the Isley Brothers. And that's when I got that call. And by the music director, Michael, Brad Buxton. He said, "I don't know who you are." And Michael said, "He only wants you." And he said something I never heard before from him. He said, "You can write your own check." I said, "Whoa, I like that. That sounds good to me. That's music." So anyway, I got back with him on the history tour, and it was a phenomenal tour. It was amazing, truly amazing. Then I did 30th anniversary special in 2001.
My bad, Sugarfoot. I have a question going back to the Triumph, man. One of my favorite songs off that album is "Walk Right Now." And I heard, is it true that there's actual, did y'all perform that track ever on that tour?
Well, we rehearsed it, did sound check. I think we played it in 1 or 2 shows. And there's certain songs that Michael felt that didn't go over well. It's great songs, but he didn't feel it moved the audience enough. And I think he tried. In fact, I do have the record. I don't read music, so I have to tape everything to learn it from memory. So I have the recordings of the rehearsal of that. And I might have the recordings of the show we did that on. I think I do have it. The only show, one of the few shows we did that song on. That's one of my favorite songs as well to play and to listen to. Great song, incredible energy, and just a great
group. The audience? Wow.
Yeah, so we took it out of the show. But I have tapes of us rehearsing it as well as us doing on the few shows we did it. I have the tape recordings of that. It sounds amazing.
Oh man, you know I gotta pick your brain about that later on at some point, man. But oh man, why I couldn't? That's I feel like Walk Right Now is like neck and neck with Lovely One. It's like the
yeah, it's a very powerful song and it's very energetic song. For some reason, there's certain melodies that don't click with the live audiences. You know, Michael, he's been in this business so long since he was so young and groomed by Fred Astaire, all the top stars, you know, Sammy Davis Jr. They schooled him on feeling audiences out and knowing what works and what doesn't work. You know, we got Frank Sinatra. He worked with all the great people that came before him that understand the chemistry of all of this. And he got to discern and feel out what songs work. And it may be great songs to listen to, but for some reason, in the energy of an audience, live audience, they don't carry on like we did when he played Beat It, like that. Walk Right Now, he goes get the energy that he gets out and requires out of Beat It. You know, he played Beat It for all of his life, for the rest of life. But Walk Right Now just didn't, for some reason, as good as it is and fun for me to play, it just didn't connect with the audience. It moved them enough for him to keep it in the show.
They weren't ready for it. They were not ready for it. That's what it was. There's no way. They weren't ready for it back then. That's all it was.
Yeah. Something about Lovely One went over, you know, good with the audience, and they kept that in the show. We always did that one. But Walk Right Now. And just Shake Your Body Down is another one. It's a fantastic audience song. Yeah, that's another one. It's fantastic. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, Shake Your Body can never go wrong.
Don't talk about Working Day and Night. It's another fantastic live song. Man, come on now. Come on now.
With the fruit roll up fit.
Yeah, but for something to Walk Right Now, that just didn't connect, you know. And I understand it to a degree because I know I've been with him on because these formulamatic, is just such a word, concoctions of the show. How they put them together in one song to the other, and how the flow of the chemistry of the songs and the reaction. As soon as he's performing, like you can see the reaction. People are more sitting down, or there's minimal movement, not like they do when we do Shake Your Body Down, we do Working Day and Night. The energy is incredible. Want to be starting something? Come on, the energy is incredible. Walk Right Now didn't pull that kind of energy.
What would you say was one of your favorite songs that gave you the best energy?
There's too many songs. There's too many songs Michael has that I love to play. I just named a bunch of them. You know, Heartbreak Hotel. You know, of course, my most favorite is Billie Jean, but that's when it's just me and Michael. Like, you know, everybody leave the stage, and guess what? It's one-on-one, me and Mike. You know, there's nothing like that for me. You know, I feel his chemistry, and I hit harder and stronger and motivated him to dance. And he always looked back and smiled, and he feel my power because I feel his dance, you know, and see him doing those dynamic moves, and it excites me and give me more power. And I feed him the power, that extra power, and he just do some more exciting stuff, you know, I'd never seen before. So it was like I call it a chemistry set. We were a chemistry set. And
I wanted to unpack that a little bit because for the chat, I know a lot of people in the chat and people that might be watching, they might not have been on stage before. They might never been on stage and been with a live band, and you hear the actual vibration of the drums. It's not just because sometimes people the magic and the energy is all good. No, there's an actual musical vibration that you feel in your heart and your soul when you hear them drums live on that. It's literally it's really hitting you. So that's real. That's a real thing. I want to unpack that for the people that was watching real quick.
Yeah, spiritual thing happens. There's a spiritual thing happens between the thunder of the drums and the excitement of the show and the visual excitement once they see Michael's all over. When you see him, you know, whether he's just standing there like a mannequin posed and frozen, man, they go crazy just as if he did 500 spins, you know. You know, Michael just had this magic thing. He's anointed. Michael's anointed, man. And look at his legacy. He was anointed. There's going to never be another one like him. There's only one. He's the singularity. Michael is, listen to me, Michael is the singularity. There's no more going to be at that level and that magnitude and that attraction to the world, all the whole world. There's nobody to come after him. Music and entertainment, there's nobody going to beat that.
Right.
You know.
And that's why. And people's asking. I don't know if you've seen online lately, Sugarfoot. It's like a surge. Just everybody talking about Michael Jackson impersonators right now online, and people are wondering. There's a lot of new people wondering why there's so many Michael Jackson tributes and impersonators. Like you said, there's only one Michael Jackson. And all of us are just extensions trying to just fill the void of the missing legend, man, the missing piece of the biggest puzzle in the world. We're just trying to keep the energy alive, man, because without that, all you have is the videos. We try to keep the energy going of what he left behind. Especially me, for the Victory Tour, like there's not a lot of that out here right now. And unfortunately, I wasn't old enough to see the Victory Tour. I wasn't even alive when it came out. So I try to bring that essence back for the community that, that can't see that right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you guys are doing a breathing new life into it.
Exactly.
You keeping it alive. You're life support because you breathe life into it. Not only the videos that people get to see and hear animated and alive, but those serve that as well. But they see people you guys are an example of the power of Michael. How he moves people so much that they want to be him. They want to be like him. They want to keep his legacy alive. You spend time breathing life into Michael and letting people know that this is how great this man was. You invest your time, your talents and stuff, and you keep him breathing. With cats like you guys, nobody will ever forget Michael. You help him. You guys help him, man, because you live for him. And it's a wonderful thing that you guys are doing that for him, because he's just that magnetic and that legendary and that gifted that he reached inside your heart and every other guy that does Michael shows and moves it so strongly that you understand him and you understand the importance of keeping his legacy alive, and you're doing just that. And there's only a handful of. I'm not to knock him. There's only a handful of Elvis guys.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He influenced a lot of people. Comparatively, there's only a handful of Elvis guys. There's a lot of guys like yourself, and it's really cool and necessary for the memory of Michael Jackson that you're there and breathing for him. Every time you hit the stage, every time you do a video, you breathe life into him, his legacy, remember. So that's really cool. And I know he appreciates that.
Oh, absolutely, man. Because like I said, I like to call Michael Jackson music world soul music. If you don't like Michael Jackson's music, man, I think something's not aligned correctly with your spirit.
Yeah.
Because it hits you feel good. It's therapy. It makes you like you're having a bad day. Put on Human Nature. You're gonna be transported to a magical place instantly.
Yeah, but he's on his own frequency. Mm-hmm. In life is a frequency, and we all live on the frequency and electricity of the frequency. But Michael had his own frequency. You dial, like I said, dial in the station. This straight station got that frequency. That one got that frequency. Michael had his own isolated frequency in life, not only just his music, but his life and his life experiences, and his spirituality. He had his own network frequency of energy of life, and people will tap into it. They can feel it, man. It's a general frequency that everybody can access because he reached so many people. It's a perfect example of that. Yeah. If it's an isolated frequency, you don't have limited people, limited fans. Michael's was a broad network that reached the whole globe. When I remember when he passed, CNN had on the report that was talking that day on it. By the end of the day, they said on CNN, Wolf Lister, I heard him sitting there listening. He said, we did the math, we did the estimate that Michael's passing death has reached every continent on the planet and every country on the planet. We guesstimate that there's over 1 billion people have been moved by Michael's passing. This is Wolf Bliss saying it on TV. It's on tape somewhere. He said more than 1 billion people have reported into us from all across the globe. In every continent, every city, every state, every country, and every province over 1 billion people, we estimate, are mourning Michael this day. And that's pretty
Wow.
remarkable. That's both blister. It's on the tape. It can be proven. Look it up and that report, his report from that day, and you hear him say it himself. I'm not just exaggerating or making it up. I listened to him say it, and I was like struck with that. Oh my God, Michael's that powerful. That's power, man. That's spiritual power.
Yeah.
His network is broad. Network is really broad across. No matter what language they speak, different from us. Everybody felt Michael and heard Michael and understood his soul and his spirit, and they gravitated toward him. And they loved, which brought love to him all over the planet.
And you know what? And you're right. And he gravitated. He also brought many people together, man. It's safe to say that I met some of those coolest people in my life because of our connection from Michael Jackson. Like literally, the people in my life now have brought me here because of Michael Jackson. If I wasn't drawn to doing like my Michael Trapson content connected to Michael Jackson, I would have met you, your lovely wife, all my friends in the Michael Jackson community. The community is here that keeps this thing going. So it's a real blessing, man, what he left behind, honestly.
Spirituality, man. You left for spirituality. The body may leave this plane of existence in this world, but the spirituality remains. Be careful what you leave behind. You got positive spirituality for all of us to feed on. That's why I carry a legacy force by still performing this music to the fans and stuff. And I still enjoy to the utmost of it. He's still with us performing his songs. I still performing just like he's right in front of me. I feel that deeply. So I contribute to breathing life into him. Every time I play his songs, I breathe life into him. And you and all these fans that keep chiming in here, and all the fans across the globe, guess what? You're life support for him. You guys are all life support. Because you know why? How you life support? Just press play and play one of his songs. You hear him, you see him on the video when you press play. He's living in the video. He's alive. You hear his voice when he sings, or when you see the interview, you hear him alive. He's in life in that existence of those frames. And you press play, and he lives every time you press play.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My motto is just press play, and you bring him back every time you press play.
There it is, man. Yo, y'all heard him himself. Y'all heard him, the man himself, man. Press play. Keep this thing grooving, man. Keep spreading the love and the message and the magic, man. This will be here to stay.
Create the build-up for this film. Everybody press play. Create the build-up for this film. Spread it all over the internet. And for the build-up, for the expectation of this film coming out. Keep him alive, breathing. To be a life support for him.
And that's why I've said, I'm like, yo, forget our opinion about critiquing the trailer and critiquing what it could not be. It doesn't matter. It's Michael Jackson time. It's Michael Mania. It's a celebration of Michael Jackson's life. We got a movie coming out. I'm excited for it. I don't care about what is going on in between and who got what to say about whatever. I'm just happy that we got a Michael Jackson movie, and then and it's dedicated to some of the good years too, like some of the Victory Tour and all that stuff. When I saw Kansas City or the Dodger Stadium, I got lit up with joy. So I'm like, I'm just happy we got that. Something positive, man. Something super positive.
Michael was a gift to the world, man. Look how many people he moved, how many people he touched. Michael was a gift to this world. But his talent is a gift from a little bitty boy. From a little bitty boy, way beyond his maturity, his talent, his singing, his art, his understanding of lyrics, how to transfer them, how to translate them, as if he was a grown man dating a woman, broken-hearted. He's 8 years old. Come on, man. He's a gift to the world. And he's had that kind of power of delivery and emotional expression. That's special. That's not just anybody born. That was a delivery of a gift to the world Mother had and presented to the world. It's amazing. There's not many like that. So he was very special. Oh, wait, my wife's sitting with me. She got me. I got to do some errands for my wife. Sorry, you guys. I have to depart you. I much love to you.
No problem.
She just gave me a signal. Come on, you got to holding me up. I mean, look, let me say something. I might be king, but she's the boss.
There you have it, yo. Sugarfoot, once again, man, congratulations on 1 million followers on TikTok. Continue the much, deserve and earned success you're getting, man. I speak for the community right now. We love you, man. We love your presence. Thank you for joining in my feed. Keep up the amazing work, man. And you know, we love and support you, brother.
I love you too, my brother, and I love each and every one of you out there.
And tell the wife we all say hi.
I certainly will. You might have to write me a note for being late. Get me out of trouble. The drum roll. Yeah, but you guys take care and share the love all around the world, man, with one another. Look after each other, you know, and be there for each other. You know, this world needs more love than it can handle right now because there's too much negativity. We got to bring that spirituality and love back. You know, make love a virus, spread it around the world, let it infect everyone. That's the kind of virus we need. We need love virus. Let's do it.
Yo, Sugarfoot, remember that name, Love Virus. Make that a song.
I'm working on it. I've been saying that for the past year. Love is a virus, and the love virus. We got to spread the love virus. You know, and then and for this one, we don't need no cure. We don't want no cure. Love virus. We don't want a cure. We want love to be infectious, like a pandemic of love. Come on, that's the best one.
Sugarfoot, I want to feature on that Love Virus song, man. I want to throw some glow in there.
yeah. It'll be all right.
But man, shout out to
you guys. Take care.
You a light, you a love, and you're a miracle, OG, man. Respect to you.
All right, you know. Everybody take care of one another. Love each other.
All right.
Take care now.
Peace, man. Yeah. Oh, man.
Just spend time with you.
I got you. Man.